if it is not too private, could you share how you and Millie met and what your first impression of her was? Oh, that's a nice question. Well, I met Millie like many years ago. When I first met Millie, I was a very different person. I was really shy and very introverted. My stomach is growling again. And I didn't really talk to her much in the beginning. We kind of just knew of each other. And to be honest, we didn't even know that we lived within the same city until like years after. I don't know how we found out, but like I remember Millie was messaging me in the DMs, and she was like, "I didn't know you lived in this city," and I was like, "Yes. How do you know?" And then she's like, "I live in this city too," and then I was like, "What? I thought you lived in this country." And he's like, "No, I live in this country." And I was like, "I live in this country too." And yeah, and then when I came back from Japan, because I was kind of like, I was living there for a while at the time, I was like, "Oh yeah, I kind of need a place to stay because you know, I don't have a home like where I was coming back to." And Millie was really like generous to offer her home to me. And so I lived with Millie for a little while at the time. And then in Hal, this was during our human form, by the way. And then once me and Millie kind of died and went to Hell, I actually met her again in Hell. But this time Millie was like poor because at the time in the human world, Millie had her family, so they were taking care of her, so she had a place to live. But then in Hell, you know, nobody we knew was there, so yeah, we were kind of on our own. But now we're good. Like, you know, Millie's kind of she's stuck in the human world because she went back for some reason. I think for like a parfait or something. That stupid cat. So yeah, my first impression of her was she's a little loud, a little clingy. At the time I wasn't very friendly, to be honest. I would never be like, "Oh, this girl seems so nice." I'll more so be like, "Why are you talking to me?" Kind of like that. But Millie like is very loving, and she doesn't really care. If she likes you, she'll try her very best to be friends with you, even if you want to or not. So like, you know, honestly, she grew on me. Because in the beginning I was just like, "Yo, what do you want? Like, why do you keep talking to me?" Millie was also always like, "Let's hang out, let's do this." And I'm like, "Okay." But then, you know, she grew on me, and then there was this one time where I was going through some things, and then I remember sleeping beside Millie, and we had like these midnight talks. And you know, she really helped me, and then I was like, "Wow, you're not that bad, I guess." I'm a little more, I guess, not less affectionate. I just kind of keep it to myself. It's not that I didn't like her. It was more like I'm a little skeptical because before this, and Millie can agree as well, like before our friendship, the friends that we met before, they all kind of treated us like pretty bad. So like it kind of made us go into a bad mindset where we thought that people who are overly friendly would be very like well, like they would have some kind of intention, you know. So after like all of our bad relationships with our friends and stuff before, I mean, yeah, I was a little more skeptical, and I would always, and I still sometimes would be like, "Why is this person talking to me? Like, why?" But yeah, it's balanced out throughout the years, and me and Millie kind of have each other's backs. Because whenever she makes a friend, I'll be like, "You should think about it." And then whenever I make a friend, Millie will be like, "Who's that?" So yeah, we'll become like almost like a like a gangster team or something. We're quite aggressive. But yeah, I mean, we're very friendly. Like, it doesn't mean that we don't accept people. It's just that there are certain types of people we kind of are more weary of. You know, like the people who are a little bit like too friendly. Like, "Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much." Like, we'll be like, "Why? You don't even know me. Who are you?" Yeah, But Millie has always been the more extroverted and open and more loving person, and I'm kind of the more miserable and stupid person. So, yeah. I think that's why we balance out. Thank you so much for your question, Johan.